What's going on, everybody? I hope everyone's having a fantastic evening, afternoon, pre-noon, no matter where you are in the world. I'm Hassan Piker, and this is the Hasanabi broadcast coming to you live from gloomy, somewhat sunny, but somewhat gloomy California, Los Angeles. Folks, we're live and alive, and I hope all the boys, girls, and MBs are having a fantastic one because today's a beautiful day. Today's a wonderful day. Today is Blammo Day. You already know what it is. It's Monday. News Day, ladies and gentlemen. We're live, we're alive. That was 25, and we're live, we're alive. There's so much happening in the world. There's so much happening in the universe. And there's also so much happening in the world of Hasanabi Piker in between the time period where I press the stop streaming button and press the start streaming button. So help me God, I'm going to explain all of that to you. Wait, are you early? Is it because of our super summertime change? What do you mean? There's a time change? No, it's 11 a.m. Pacific. I'm not early. It's 11 a.m. Pacific time, and I'm live at the regular time that I'm live at. How are the TSA lines, King? Actually, as a matter of fact, not that bad. But I think it's people are not flying. But in any case, ladies and gentlemen, boys, girls, and MBs, we're live. We're alive. And, there's a UK time change. EU self-report. EU self-report. Okay, nice. Anyway, folks, this is part of the broadcast where I tell you about my personal news about what's going on in the world of Hasanabi Piker between the time period where I press the start streaming button and press the stop streaming button. So help me God, that's exactly what I'm gonna do right now. You already know what it is. You already know what is taking place. Yesterday, I did the New Yorker Magazine Festival. I did a little bit of a talk with Sagar at New Yorker Fest, and I think a lot of Hasanabi heads who also are bankrolling the New Yorker in general. You're mentioned in Begonia. I highly doubt that I'm mentioned in Begonia. Anyway, for those of you who are oblivious or didn't know because you have jobs or you haven't really been around at all, I went to New York this weekend. Okay, I went to New York this weekend, and I wanted to see it right before it turned into the Islamic Caliphate. You know, right at the precipice. New York City is at the precipice of becoming the Islamabad, but Islamagud of America. Okay, I was there for the New Yorker. You are the bicoastal elite. You already know I'm the final boss of bicoastal elitism. But basically, I was there for the New Yorker. I was speaking at the New Yorker event, and I did this event, and then afterwards there was I was talking to AOC and a bunch of other people, and they were like, yo, and then you guys told me that there was a Zoran rally happening. So I was like, you know what? I'll peek into the Zoran rally. I'll do that. I'll scope out the scene. And I had to fly out really early in the morning. So for that reason, I had to actually leave early, ironically enough. I didn't miss the Kathy Hochul humiliation ritual. I saw that, and I listened to the AOC speech. I listened to Bernie Sanders. I actually did not get to hear Zoran speak, but it's not new for me. I mean, I've heard these people speak a million times over, but it was very cool. It was very cool to see all the Hasanabi heads. It turned into an Omega meet and greet. Okay, that was pretty crazy. I guess it's expected. But goddamn, that's like crazier than TwitchCon. Honestly, I've realized that like those rallies are more meet and greets than TwitchCon is. Andrew Cuomo is still using that as an attack line. Apparently, Cuomo saw you at the rally and he was not happy about it. Yeah, I see that. I don't know why he thinks this is like the absolute bar that he has, but. Regardless, here's Jeff Colton, who is defending me. New York City political reporter with Politico. Hassan Piker entered through the media entrance and wore a media sticker the whole time. We know that because he live streamed the whole thing. Hopefully other campaigns would also let him in under similar circumstances. Like, Like, it's so, I am constantly living rent free in his mind, apparently. Very strange line of attack. For the record, I didn't hang out with Zoran. I don't know him like that. I don't know him like that at all. I got invited by other teams. So I don't know why they're stressing so much. You want to yell at somebody, yell at AOC. Anyway, we'll talk about all of that in a second. But why is Cuomo not talking about this? I think it's pretty crazy that there were 14,000 people at Fox Hill last night. We'll talk about that. We'll talk about all of that in a second. But Stabby got the mailers. I don't know what's happening here. Oh shit. Okay. This is like not. First 30 minutes are really good. Norm talks about Zoran, October 7th, messaging Bernie, Sliwa, good shit if you want to react a bit later. Official day of election is November 4th, but early voting has started already. So if you're in New York City, go and early vote. If you're in New York City, go and join the door knocking campaigns as well. It's pretty sick. They're doing woke anti-Semitism again. Yeah. We'll talk about all that. So personal news wise, before I get to that, I left the rally. I did like some media hits there. I got to talk to some of the canvassers, the canvas leads, as you guys saw. And I think it was really good because remember, this is a people back candidacy. This is a people back campaign. This is a people back movement, right? And I think Zoran, being the charismatic figure that he is good, is great, right? But also, what's even more important than Zoran is why his message resonates with so many people and how many people are actually on board with it and willing to go out and knock on some doors for him and try to spread the word, right? It makes it much easier to be able to do that when it makes it much easier. Neil deGrasse motherfucking Tyson. That's right. I'm on the plane. Yeah. He was sitting right next to me, on the seat next to me. Okay. It was pretty cool. At first I didn't say nothing to him, right? You can't be like crazy. You can't be weird about it. But he took a selfie with me afterwards, but I'll get to that in a second. So we just start having, I briefly started talking to him, and in my mind, I'm thinking, I can't fart anymore. Okay. That's my first thing that I'm thinking. I'm like, there's no way. I already learned the hard way when someone else did that to me on one of the flights recently, where I was like, I'm a no farter on airplanes now. I don't do that anymore. Like, I've already talked about it. But regardless, aside from that, okay, listen. We start talking and stuff. First of all, he is so woke. He is Mr. Woke. And not only is he Mr. Woke, but he's also very woke in in ways that I think in an understanding of politics that I normally don't see from people in that age group. Okay. And I talk to a lot of people who are fairly knowledgeable about politics in that age group, whether they be politicians or whether they be consultants, whether they be members in the media. And in many circumstances, their understanding of specifically China, for example, is not like, so yeah. And I also, I literally didn't even ask him to be on the Fear M podcast, but I did actually ask him to be on with Adapt, because a couple days ago, I had seen Adapt talking about who his number one collab is, like who his number one dream collab is, and he was asked about it, and he said, "Oh, Neil deGrasse Tyson," and I was like, "All right, well, I gotta try and make this happen." So after talking to him all the entire time, he said, "Well, let's connect, and I'm sure we'll figure out a way." But yeah, I think I think it would be cool to get him to do an adapt stream, but we shall see. The Hasanabi method have crazy cool interactions and take zero fucking photos. I mean, he took a photo. Maybe he'll post it. I don't know. Maybe his son will post it and then we'll find it. All I can think about is Austin saying the science guy and everyone saying Bill Nye and Austin saying no, Neil deGrasse Tyson. Yeah. But it was very, he's very nice guy, interesting guy. Anyway, he did, I think he also, the entry point to the convo was quite literally that he has, but in any case, that was cool. That was fun. Aside from that, what else is taking place? I know there's like a lot of drama happening on the background and like some serious stuff as well, not just drama, but like I haven't had even a fraction of a second to figure out any of that stuff, ironically enough, because I've been in New York and there's some very serious stuff. There's some drama as well. And it's all over the Twitch sphere. It's all over the Twitter sphere. It's all over TikTok, it seems. Everyone's yelling at one another. And it's kind of crazy because like I've been so out of it. I have been so out of touch with all of that stuff. And ironically enough, it's like given me, you got to fix that tumor. I know it's a new one. There's two. It's just so fucked up. It's so fucked up. It's really messed up. But I haven't been able to. I haven't been able to dial into any of that stuff. I obviously I have my own quote unquote drama in terms of the community concerns. We actually uploaded a video on it on my YouTube as well, addressing the recent community concerns. And I think like we'll do streamer award nominations later today. I haven't had a desktop moment to be able to do that. There's also, there's obviously also, what was I going to say? Oh, what was I going to say? What was I going to say? Hi, Hassan, this is Cuomo. Do you condemn Hamas? Oh no, Andrew Cuomo, he's in the chat. I believe it. I believe it that Andrew Cuomo's in the chat. For China now regulates influencers. Only those with university degrees can discuss professional topics. Actually, my Bilibili career is not over at all. You know, it's ironic because like this actually works in my favor. Like if I was a Chinese national, obviously they don't really do a lot of political commentary, I don't think, on social media. But like, even if they were to allow professional political commentary only, I have the proper accreditation for it. I'm one of the very few people on the internet that quite literally does have the proper accreditation for it. I literally went to college for this and got a degree for this specifically, not realizing one day that I would actually use it, but this is my double major. Okay. I double major graduated with poli-sci and comms degrees. So she's got your degree. No, I graduated with honors, big dog. Red Cyber Dragon is practicing their Mandarin with your clips. The question for Zoran is, why are you going to kill all the Jewish New Yorkers? And the question for Cuomo is, will you let pro-Palestinian protesters protest? Speaking of China, this is going to piss you off. They get it too. Only we don't get it. What is happening, bro? That's crazy. That's crazy. America is self-isolating from the rest of the planet. Do you see that? They get to have jumping electric vehicles and stuff, and we don't. Like, Mexico is already a Chinese-controlled territory, right? Like, it's already Chinese-controlled territory. The only area on the planet that won't be Chinese-controlled territory at this point is going to be the United States of America, and therefore we will not have the good Chinese treats. I want the good Chinese treats. What the hell? I hate that. Anyway, let's blast off. I'm here. I got back. I kissed Kaya. I showered. And I'm here. As a day in, day out, baby. You already know what it is. Every single damn day. Every damn day we're out here. And every damn day I feel like the industry that we're a part of, the industry I'm a part of, gets like increasingly more ass for some reason. But, you know, there's a lot of news to cover. And somebody's got to do it. Okay, so I'm that guy. Back in LA, recap of Z rally plus New York City. New DNC pact repeats old takes. Trump in Asia, military buildup. Snap for 40 million under threat. Get in now. You hang with Stavi? Hell yeah, I did. We didn't get to see each other that much, unfortunately, because like it's a chaotic environment. And but I did. I got to see a bunch of my buddies. And I will say, like, this is always, I feel like I live in two different worlds. You know, I got my LA friends who are all like influencers and, you know, some musicians and stuff like that. But like, they're mostly, especially the influencers, are not necessarily excited about the things that I'm excited about or interested in the things. Stavi, I think you mean on Grok. Yeah, I met you outside of Forest Hill Stadium while you were waiting for your cab. It was an honor meeting you, King. Oh, that's so funny. Yeah, so I left early and I'm just sitting on the corner and first I see an NYPD drone above my head and I'm like, what the fuck is this? Is this guy, are they just like, do they think I'm like a suspect or something? And it turns out they had that like unmarked white van that was right next to me. And it was actually the drone operator finally bringing the drone down. So that was my first moment where I'm like, what the fuck's going on here? And then this flustered, I was like, yep, it's me. And yeah, I'm Billy. I met you outside of Forest Hill Stadium while you were waiting for your cab. It was an honor meeting you, King. He says, yeah, he is like, oh yeah, I had to park my car a couple blocks down at my friend's house. Red carpet cast announcement for Begonia too. Yeah. I saw you at the Zoran rally and didn't say hi because you were swarmed by people. I felt so bad. I saw you sitting in the bleachers and you were not that far, but you clearly seemed overwhelmed. I was the most overwhelmed I've ever been. I'm gonna be honest with you. It was crazy. It was unironic. Yeah, I saw this Turkish California meets Greek New Yorker. That was the most overwhelmed I've been at any rally or any like major event. That was crazy. But what the fuck was my expectation? I went to a Zoran AOC Bernie rally a week before the New York election. So that's my people. That's you. You're in here. You spoke at the Palestinian protest and this was worse. Yes, this was even more directly dialed in than, because like the thing is, you're the campaign counterculture icon. What is this? The New York City's not for sale rally had everything. Zoran, Bernie, AOC, Brad Lander, Hassan Piker, Stavros Halkias, two of my exes, Kathy Hochul, opportunities for improvement, union leaders, Abrahamic religion leaders, DSA chants, increasingly specific Zoran t-shirts. Yeah. It was a real, that's what it was. So you're a reformist? First of all,